Hello everyone, hello and welcome back to InfiTech 2. Today it's not going to be that much of a let's play. Today is a special episode. Last time we have worked quite extensively on this behind me, which is the Logistic crafting system. As you can see, I've pretty much finished it, what I wanted to do. But there is for sure some confusion, because from time to time, well, it just doesn't work for you, right? You tried it and it doesn't work. So I'm going to make this episode as a special episode just dedicated to everything in here. So I will just go and explain what needs to be done, what I have done, and maybe even why I have done it, because, well, I guess we'll see. So yeah, this episode 16.5 or something like that. So let's hop in. So first thing, do not use if I take my wrench, do not use here the supplier thingy, so it will keep this always stock with few items. It's causing issues. That's it. I'm just going to say it's causing issues. It basically takes items before it will realize that they are in or something, and just it gets stuck. For example, I had stuck 16 electric motors in there. I just cheated in the hood glasses to see what's going on, and there was, yeah, just 16 motors just waiting for it to be done. So I needed to take it apart and make it all work. So yeah. So I just put here an item sink, which will basically put here always just these items, nothing else. Because I want to have the chest in here and I kinda lazy to remove it. So I'm not going to talk about these machines yet. I'm going to talk about the crafting system in here. So let's take a look. So first thing we have been doing is coding recipes for the motors, right? So I'm just going to get rid of it completely. There we go. And also I will get rid of this. There we go. So with this one, it's quite simple. You know what? Let me just, because this is I am going to show you how it's crafted and how is it done. So request Logistic pipe, just to make it easier for us. Okay, I will delete it, don't worry. So yeah, if I want to make electric motors, I just do motor. I will look it up in NEI. I will quickly click on question mark, and I will select what items I want to use, because it can use copper wires or annealed ones. So I just want copper wires and iron rods instead of wrought iron or pig iron. Okay, done. So that's pretty much simple. And here, if I will open up the crafting logistic pipe, I can just click import and everything should be working. So if I will type in here motor, I will request one motor, which is right now inside the chest. There we go. And I will request now a second motor, not rotor, but motor. Request. It will craft me, or at least it should. Okay, it's doing stuff, it's putting it there, and here we go, we have a second electric motor. Okay, that was pretty much okay and without any problems. But the problem comes in the second one, which is this guy, the conveyor module. So let me reset it to the default state. There we go. And also the crafting thing in here. Okay, so in here, if we will code, we want a conveyor, right? So conveyor, LV, click, that's done, and I will import it here. Done, you think? Well, let's see. I'm going to request a conveyor. Oh, I have 5 conveyor modules somewhere. Okay. Yeah, let's request them all. So they will go from the chest again. There we go. and rest is, I guess, in the storage down somewhere. Here they are. 5 of them. Okay. But now, if I will request it again, it's missing 2 electric motors. Hold on a second, but the recipe for the electric motors, we have it here, right? Well, that's the issue. Even if I will put those 2 electric motors in here, so now, if we will look up motor, we have 2 motors, so it should be fine, right? So conveyor request, missing 2 electric motors. Why is that? It's because the electric motors in here, in the crafting recipe, are not the same as here. Little neat trick, if I will type empty hand, you can see this is the item name, this is whole item information about this. But the one coded in here is pretty much just this. There we go. So you can see the difference? Yeah. So that's why it's failing. So how to solve it? It's really simple. You need to replace these motors with the ones you crafted. So I'm just going to delete them, place them back, and also, not sure if it's really necessary, but click on ignore NBT. NBT is pretty much everything what is here with tech, so this whole is NBT. Okay, so I'm going just to ignore NBT here and ignore NBT here. Okay, then I'm going to open up the crafting logistic thing again, and I will again click import to make sure you actually really imported it. Just get rid of the stuff and import it again. Now if I will put those 2 motors in, and I will request a motor, the conveyor, request 1 conveyor, successfully requested. The motors went in here, rubber sheets went in here, and I'm just waiting for tin cable, and there we go, conveyor module created. Awesome! Next one, here, it's pretty much the same, so again I'm just, for the sake of information, I'm going to delete it all. There we go. So here, what we want piston, right? So make a piston, click on the question mark, yes, we want to use steel plates, and there we go. The only thing in here, again, the electric motor. And since I don't have any electric motor, so I'm going to request a crafting one, because I need to put it there first. So there we go, it's going to land every item in here, dun, and done, with our electric motor with the insane information. So now I can, oops, wrong one, replace this motor with this one, and again click on ignore NBT, import it here, and now we should be able to request a piston. Again, we have 2 already made, so let's request those. There we go, and let's request the last one, so piston, craft me 1 please. Yeah, it successfully said yes, I can be crafted. So now it will put all the items in here. Just don't mind it, everything going everywhere. Okay, 3 steel plates, steel rod, and just 2 steel rods. I need to wait for a motor. Should appear in just a bit. Okay, 1 tin cable. Second tin cable. Where is the motor? Oh, yeah, it's waiting for the iron rod. First, it was fast because I had some iron rods in the storage. But now, there we go, motor and piston made, and I forgot that I have a magnet mode on. So there we go. In here, this is a little bit more complicated, so I'm going to skip it and go in here. So this one, robot arm, it's pretty much the same. So again, let's get rid of everything in here and let's reset also this. Hey, so for a robot arm, oh, forgot to do this. I wish there was a faster way to click on the ignore MBT and stuff. There we go. So here we are making a robot arm, right? So robot arm, we want to import recipe, we want to use the electronic circuit because we can't make this yet. There we go, and again we will replace the motors with crafted ones and piston with crafted piston. And again set it to ignore NBT. Okay, now for the electronic circuit, I recommend you to click on OR dictionary, so it will not actually look for the electronic circuit, this particular part, but it will look at the OR dictionary name, which is circuit basic. And if I will look up circuit basic in NEI, you can see under these OR dictionary names they are both items. So even if I will have a basic electronic circuit somewhere in the system, it will work, or at least it should work if it's put in here. And again we want to import it. Now with this and exactly this electronic circuit, it will actually not work just yet, because we need also to set the OR dictionary information in here, but we can't do it. For that we would need a OR dictionary. OR dictionary, nope. OR dictionary. Yeah, of course it will show up everything because it's OR dictionary names, right? So let's just type upgrade, and it is this. Nope. No. Right, it's fuzzy, I think. Yeah, this guy. The fuzzy upgrade is basically it will allow you to set the electronic circuit to OR dictionary. But they are a bit hard to craft, they require golden chipset, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so now I should be fine with requesting robot arm. I'm not going to do it because, well, now for the little bit more complicated stuff in here. So again, I'm going to restore it all into the default ones. There we go. I'm going to also restore this. And I have, because you can see, I have something in here on top of it. I'm just going to take it out. I will take out also these items. So it's really fresh. So now in here, we are making a pump, right? So for the pump, just click in here, and for the pump, you want to select, well, it will show you screwdriver, the electronic version, or the normal manual version. So we want manual, and here also we want the normal tool. Done. Okay, again, same as before, electric motor, replace it with the one you already crafted and set it to ignore NBT. But we are using tools in here, and right now what is it going to say? Hey, I want exactly this range. So this range, durability 0, 0, nil, level 0, blah 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 blah. But as you can see, it's under our dictionary crafting tool range. So every range is crafting tool range. So we want to set it to our dictionary. Both of them. There we go. Now, a reason I have chassis pipe and not a crafting logistic pipe here is because of the tools. So if I will put a crafting module here and I will import it, you can see it will request on the crafting, it will request screwdriver and a wrench, which is, well, it's fine, right? Yes, it is kinda for the first crafting. But what will happen when you will request second craft is going to be that it will again request a new screwdriver and new wrench, which is what we do not want. So we need, when recipe has tools in them, no matter what tools, but basically anything that is reusable, you want to take it out from the input section of the crafting module. So tool is screwdriver and tool is wrench. And we will just leave it this. So now if we will request a pump, it will request only these items. Of course, it will not craft it because it doesn't have the tools, right? So to actually say we need these tools, for that we need to use a supplier, and the best one is active supplier. And with the active supplier we want to set it to partial. That's important because if you will set it to infinite, it will just fill it up with the tools, which you don't really want. So partial, and put there fresh screwdriver, or basically fresh tools, so without any damage. So screwdriver, and what was the second one? It was wrench, okay. And by the way, to open the supplier module without actually having it inside the pipe, just aim anywhere and just right click. And I want a wrench. There we go. So now I'm just going to put the tools in here. Okay. And so we are in here, right? So I'm going to put it here, and what it will do, it will request actively on its own the tools. There we go. If you don't have them in the storage, I have set up the crafting of the tools along these parts. Yeah, so you can see I have pretty much everything needed is situated in here. So okay, now we have wrench, screwdriver in here. So it's going to constantly fill it up with these two. And yeah, so you think it's over? No, it's not. Because now if I request a pump, I have one pump already made, so let's get it. There we go. Now if I request a pump, let's see what will happen. Request. No fucking hell. Okay guys, time to shear some sheeps, because I'm run out of wool for tin wires, which is a new way of getting tin or any LV cable, so you need black wool. I'm not sure if it's for good or it's pretty much more annoying to get. So yeah. I will just put it here because I have the provider module in here, so I can put items in here. So now let's request a pump. Request, okay? So it will request a pump. Okay, it put here a tin motor. It's going to put here everything pretty much right away, except the tin cables, which are going to be made. And oh, we are waiting for the motor. Okay, just wait a bit then. I could put electric motor inside the chest as well to speed it up, but well, there's no turning back right now. It's doing stuff. It's grinding down the iron and putting it here, making stuff. And right now it's just waiting for iron rod. Okay, it's going. Motor is going in, and pump is out. But look what is going to happen now. What's going on? What just landed here? It made new wrench and new screwdriver. Why is that? And honestly, why did it put a stick in here? What is it doing? Right now I'm confused on my own. So let's see what will happen. Just put it here and that's all. Yeah. that's quite some downside of all the logistic pipe. No idea why this happened. So, as you can see, what happened is it made new wrench and new screwdriver. Because, well, actually we set it to supply it with exactly this screwdriver, fresh new, and this wrench, fresh new. There is no way to remedy it, just ignore it. Because now, if I will request another one, I'm not going to because I'm not going to waste materials, but if I'm going to request another electric pump, it will use these ones already used, so these ones in front, and it will keep these inside pretty much, yeah. So it will keep the active supplier module satisfied. And when these two will break, it will start using these two, and it will of course request 2 new tools to be made. That's, yeah. So you will always have, as you can see here, I have, yeah, again, wrench in here for no reason. I have here hammers, 2 hammers actually. Here I have 2 wrenches and 2 hammers. So it's normal. Just don't be afraid that something broke. It is normal. Okay, and that's pretty much all what I have to say about this setup. Because, yeah. So basically, I'm making, when it needs tools, it will just craft them somewhere in here and put them in the proper places. Don't forget, if you are using motors or any parts from GregTech, you need to put the already crafted items in and set the ignore NBT to open this tab on the left. Just hover over the item, wait a second, and it will just pop, and just click ignore NBT. And for the crafting recipes which requires tools, you need to have Logistic Chassis Mark II, or you can have crafting logistic pipe plus the the supplier logistic pipe. Yeah, this one. It will work basically the same, but why use 2 blocks when you can use just 1? And you will want with the supplier module to keep it stocked with fresh items, so freshly crafted screwdriver and wrench. And the crafting module, you want to pull out the tools from the recipe. Okay, that was really exhausting for this part, and I'm going to split it into 2 parts. The second part will just come shortly out, so don't worry. And in the second part we will take a look at the machines, how they are coded and how they work. So for just now, thank you all for watching, take care, and I'll see you in just a bit, in the next episode 16.5.